Okay, so camera died. We're back. I'm gonna try increasing the heatsink or upgrading the heatsink. So it's a little bit risky. It only succeeds if you get 2 to 3, and it costs 3. Let's try it out. So I'm gonna pay 3 and see what happens. And it worked. Sweet. Okay. So heatsink increase. So that's gonna counteract one of the heat that's going to be generated from the insulators this round. So we have 4 beans left this round. We could bribe a scientist. I don't feel like we really need to worry about corrosion yet because... Oh, we can't do that anyway because we have no more nitrogen. I mean, we've got this, but if I use 3, there's only 1 left. I can't really do anything with 1. At least not right now. Let's see. Well, I guess I could try placing 2 tiles and get those out. But I could do this, and because we can only go up to 6, it might be good to do that. I'll try. Yeah, I'm gonna prioritize the temperature stuff. So let's pay the 3. We'll try and upgrade a heatsink again. Oh no, let's try bribing a scientist. Maybe it'll come out as being something that's really useful for us. And let's pay the 2. Oh, we can't have that. We already had that one last round. We already had that one last round. Okay, so now Bang's card comes into play. So hold this card until you want to counteract a lab condition card, then play it. That would have been so good to have. If we had done this sooner, we would have been able to ignore that, but I don't know if we needed to ignore it really. Okay, let's hold on to this for now. I'm gonna put it off to the side. Maybe I'll put it right there. And we have 2 beans left, so I could bribe another scientist. Or I could try placing a tile. Let's try placing a tile, see what happens. So place 1 tile, pay the 2 beans, roll a die, 1 to 5. There we go. Okay, and we'll place a silicone down here. Okay. I'm also thinking we do have the option of trying to decrease the channel width. Would that help us? We would create the path, and yeah, it might help. Let's see. We can do that one later if we need to. So, okay, now because we're in the PhD round or level, things happen. So now we calculate leakage current and heat loss. So our wire material is amazing, so there's no heat increase from that. The insulators are the worst, so those are going to generate heat. And I've been thinking about this, and I don't think I've play tested the game really enough to know the best way of calculating this. Because you have 6 insulator tiles right now, and you can upgrade some of them, but not all of them, maybe all of them. And so, you know, what's the best number to put in this equation? Which insulator number? And what I'm going to decide for now, that, you know, this could change in a future iteration of the game based on feedback, but I'm going to say that this insulator number is going to be the lowest number you have in your insulator section. So if you upgrade 5 of the tiles, but not the 6th one, the 6th one is going to be the one dragging you down. And I'm not sure, but I kind of wonder if that makes sense from a physics perspective. I could be wrong. But maybe like the weak point, if there's a weak point, that is going to compromise any benefit that other upgrades might offer. I don't know. I'd be curious to know comments. But yeah, so whatever like the worst type of insulator is, that type is going to determine how much heat's generated. So because this is the type 1 insulator, there's 1 copy of each charge. I take 4 minus 1, and so the total heat generated by these insulators is 3 increase. But we have an aluminum heatsink, That takes to 3, knocks it down to 2. So temperature increases by 2. Ooh. Okay, environmental exposure. We're gonna roll a die to see which of these spaces is gonna corrode. Whew. Okay, number 4. Number 4 experiences corrosion. Oh, and that's one of the ones we don't have right now. Man, because if these had corroded, we might have still been able to just keep playing because it wouldn't. But we have to play there. Oh man. Okay. So anyway, that was the round. So we checked to see, project status. Are we winning? No. So we reset. So let's get our round funding back. This lab condition is no longer in play, so we're going to discard that one. We'll take a new one in a minute. The round marker, or weeks, goes down by 1, so we have 5 rounds left. Take a new lab condition card. In this case, careless relocation. Your samples, which you 100% needed, got moved somehow by someone. Now you can't do your next round of tests. So what happens in this round? Placing tiles of any kind is not possible in this round. Oh my gosh, geez. This is brutal. Okay, let's say, thinking of this on the fly. I'm going to say that I'm going to change this, I think. So it's placing the silicon or boron tiles is not possible. I'm going to update that. So I want there to still be things that we can do. Okay, so placing silicon or boron tiles is not possible. So we're going to put that there. So we hold on to that. We do have Bang. Oh, but Bang's card can counteract that if we want to use it. But right now, it's definitely in our interest to upgrade these insulator tiles because our temperature is going to get too hot if we don't. Let's focus on temperature-related things right now, I think. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so maybe we'll save that for later. I know that some of the scientists have temperature-related benefits, so I think we should bribe a scientist. Let's see who we can pull in. We paid the 2. Eugen has a background in electrical engineering, and Eugen knows the best ways of preventing corrosion, so remove up to 3 corrosion tiles. Yes, Eugen, you rock. Okay, so we're going to remove our corrosion tile here. That means that we can play a tile right there if we pay for it. So Eugen, we're done. We discard that scientist. She helped. Corrosion token goes back because we're gonna try and avoid that right now. Maybe let's try upgrading our heatsink again. So we pay the 3. Some of the scientists have rolling odd increases too. Like it makes it more likely you're going to succeed. So I kind of want to bribe another scientist. That one doesn't have benefit yet. I need to fill that in. Not ready yet. Okay. So Jenny has pockets full of platinum, and that allows us to reduce the cost of each of this round's purchases by 2. Yes, this is going to be so helpful. Okay, we're going to save Bang's benefit for later. Let's play Jenny's card for this round. So now we can do a lot of things because everything's cheaper. And I'm going to say that like the play 1 tile option doesn't count here because that means you could just do like 1 tile for free every time. But it does mean that we can try placing 2 tiles for $1. Let's try that. So $1. Okay, roll the die. We're trying to place 2 tiles. Of course, it didn't work. Let's try again. Play $1. All right. Yes. So now let's move these out of the way a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna place some silicon and boron. Oh wait, no, that we can't. Oh, I didn't pay attention, and I already spent the money. Man, this is what happens in science, right? You spend money on things, and then you do experiment and realize you did the wrong experiment. Man, okay, so I wasn't allowed to do that because I didn't actually have my wafer samples, silicon wafers to work with. I need to undo that, man. Okay, undo that. And now I lost my money because I wasn't paying attention. But Jenny's benefit still, this platinum's still going to help us. So let's just keep trying to upgrade our heatsink because now every attempt is only $1. Okay, heatsink upgrade. Let's go. Roll 2 or 3. Nope. Let's try again. $1. 2 or 3. Yes. Okay. Now we have a copper heatsink. All right. So this careless relocation does not apply to ALD or the corrosion prevention. So I think we really need to try upgrading our insulators. All right. So maybe, okay, I'm realizing because this card costs $2. Maybe, okay, I'm going to update Jenny's benefit. If something costs $2, it reduces the cost to $1. And if it costs more than $2, then it reduces the cost by 2. So if that doesn't make sense, try replaying that section. So in other words, this cost is normally 2. So because this benefit, which I just restated, it's going to be 1. So it's going to cost $1. So every attempt to improve these is going to cost 1. I still have to roll 1 to 4, but I only have to pay 1. So I've got a bunch of attempts. I'm going to try and do this because if I can upgrade all of them at least once, that's really going to help with heat generation. So let's pay the 1. And then we got it. Okay, cool. So let's upgrade 2 of them to Hafnia. So now there's 2 copies of each charge, so you know it's upgraded. We'll try again. Let's pay the 1. Yes. Okay, okay. There we go. I'm going to try one more time. Can we do it? Can we do it? Pay the 1. No, okay. That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to try again. Pay the 1. It did not work. Let's try again. Pay the 1. I really want to get those upgraded. Yes, okay. There we go. So now we just went to the next level of waste heat prevention. Okay, so we got 3 beans left. What are we gonna do? We could place tiles. We do want to end this game quickly. That's one thing. We gotta place tiles to end the game. Oh, but we can't place tiles because of the lab condition. If we could try preventing corrosion. Should we try that? I feel like we should try that because if those get corroded, we're gonna have to try uncorroding them. But it's not that expensive to do that. Maybe that should be more expensive. It doesn't seem like it's very expensive, so let's leave that. If they get corroded, we'll try and figure that out later. So let's try doing this more. Let's try improving our insulators again. Okay, do the 1. Where do we go? Okay, we got it. We got to roll 1 to 4. We got it. Yes. Upgrading to silicon hafnium oxynitride. We'll pay the 1 more bean. Oh, okay. Might as well try the last one too. Okay, we got 1 more. Okay, so now we're done with the spend and play phase. Now we calculate our waste heat, okay? Our wire material is amazing, no resistance. And we have a heat sink that is gonna remove 2 temperature increases. So let's see what we got. The weakest insulator is type 2. So we go back to our equation. The resistance number is 0 because we have graphene wires. Our insulator waste heat contribution is 4 minus 2 because that's the weakest type of insulator that we have. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So normally we would increase this temperature by 2. However, we maxed out our heat sink. Whoo! And so that means that the increase of 2 goes down to an increase of 0. Because 2 from here minus the 2 from the heat sink. So because we upgraded to the copper heat sink, that's absorbing and dissipating into the air all of that extra waste heat. So the temperature of our device doesn't actually go up at all. And that is amazing. That is good engineering. All right. So this is cool. So we're using our ALD process and we're using our system optimization to succeed here. So let's do it again. Okay, so this video is getting pretty long. If you're still with me, cool. Okay, we go to round, we have 4 rounds left. We don't really have to worry about waste heat now, but we do have to worry a little bit about corrosion. Oh, I forgot about the corrosion. Environmental exposure phase. So if I roll a 4, 5, or 6, or well, any of these is gonna get corroded. 4. So column 4 is getting corroded. There we go. I guess I'll leave that there. I don't think we're gonna have to do that later. Okay, so this lab condition goes in the discard pile. What's the new one? Oh, great. So Theseus is one of the ALD reactors. All of the instruments in the Bent lab are named, so it's easier to refer to them. So now you have to use a less reliable reactor named Al. So what happens, succeeding at ALD is going to be more challenging. And actually, this is an older card before I had built out the corrosion stuff. So placing new insulator tiles or electrode tiles requires a die roll of 1 or 2, not just whatever it says on the research card. So that's gonna be a bummer. So Jenny's effect is all done. Oh, this is this a good time to use Bang's card? Maybe, because I want to place tiles. We can't place that tile until we clean that corrosion. We could try and improve those to prevent corrosion. So, So let's see. What are we gonna do? I have the ability to start placing tiles, so I kind of feel like I should do that. Let's go back to our project card to see how we're doing. Max temp reached to 6, so we're good there. We do need to keep upgrading the insulator tiles, but only 3 of them, and they're pretty close. But with these odds, I don't really want to do that now. Maybe this round we just focus on cleaning the bottom, like cleaning that tile, creating the pathway of all of the, like for the path for electrons. And then if we have time, then we can consider upgrading that. Okay, let's do that. So, all right. I'm gonna start by trying to remove the corrosion. So it's one bean, but I have to roll 1 to 4 to succeed. I got it, all right. So I feel like that should be more expensive than 1. Maybe, I feel like that should be like 2. Yeah, that seemed pretty low stakes. Let's say 2. Okay. And I spent 2 to do that, but now that's good. And so now I want to try placing 2 tiles. We have to spend the 3. All right, roll 1 to 4. There we go. And so we can build up here, place those 2. Oh, I should have done, oh well, it's okay. Let's do that again. Can we spend the 3, 1 to 4? Yes, all right. We'll build down below. And I think we should just keep trying this because we have to build up there. Spend the 3. Did I move the... I don't think I moved the round tracker down. I think we have 3 rounds left. Sorry. Before I do that. 7, 2, 7, 3, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to try 3 more beans for 2 more tiles. All right. Let's build up into this the drain region here. So place that one and that one. And can I do it again? Nope. Okay. Well, let's try. Our ALD odds are really bad, so I don't love that idea. But I could, yeah, we could place 1 tile. That's probably good. Play one tile. Spend the 2 beans. Play 1 tile, and we got it. Okay. So, we only have 1 option right now, and that's to do that. So I can't place the tile there because I need to upgrade the insulator to do that. And then I can build this one. So that's the end of our spending. So now we calculate waste heat. So our wire resistance is still 0, and the insulator situation hasn't changed. So the weakest insulator is type 2. So that would generate 2 waste heat, but we counteract that with the heat sink. So there's no waste heat. Amazing. Environmental exposure, we're gonna roll a die. So column 3. And I'm gonna make a on-the-fly change right now because I don't feel like there's enough incentive to spend effort to do this. So I'm gonna say that during this exposure phase, you're gonna roll 2 dice. Okay. If you get a column that already has corrosion, nothing happens, but roll 2 dice. So twice as much opportunity for corrosion. There we go. So, all right, so now let's see. I think that's it. We got corrosion happening. Oh man, so I need to clean that before I can build that one. I also need to upgrade there. Okay, so we now only have 2 rounds left. We're so close, but we have 2 rounds. So that lab condition is out. What's the new lab condition? Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this one, but you all decided to practice mindful awareness while doing lab work. Because you are now calmer and more focused, you are more successful when conducting lab steps that require precision. All placements of silicon, boron, well, the phosphorus tiles are already placed. So all placements of silicon or boron will be successful. Excellent. There's not very many positive cards in there. Okay, so we put our money back, and then we have a couple things to do, and then we're done, right? So max temp reached is 6. We're good with that. That's going to be fine. And 3, you have to upgrade 3 insulator tiles. So maybe let's start in on that. Oh no, we have to clean the corrosion. Let's do this. Clean the corrosion first. So we pay the 2, and then roll the 4, so we get to clean the corrosion. Cool. This corrosion doesn't matter right now. Our project outcomes are not related to corrosion, so I think we're good there. We'll just leave that there. And now we can try playing more tiles. We're going to go for 2 because we have 2 spaces left. So let's spend the 3 beans. Just 3. Roll 1 to 4. Okay, let's try again. Spend the 3. Roll 1 to 4. No! Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I feel like my odds, I feel like it's gotta work. Whew, okay. So we got boron. That was making me worried. Boron. So we have our path, okay? So we have our path all the way from the source to the drain. So we completed that outcome. Now, oh, wait a minute. I forgot. We practice mindful awareness. So technically, that should have all worked. Apparently, I need to practice more mindful awareness because I lost track of that. And this is what happens. If you lose track of a benefit, then whatever happens, happens. Because that's what happens in the lab. You know, whatever happens, happens. And then you just move on. So I'm not going to get my money back because that's not how it works. Money has been spent. But we have our path. We need to upgrade these. So let's try conducting ALD to upgrade our 2 insulator tiles. So we spend the 2. Let's go. Oh, that's really not what I wanted. Okay. Let's try 2 again here. Oh man, okay. Whew. Well, that's not great. Okay, so this round's over because I only have $1. I could spend it removing this corrosion, or trying to. I don't need to, so I'm just gonna not. Let's move that back. We have 1 round left. Whew, if we cannot upgrade these like 3 insulator tiles, then we're done. Then we lose. And then Duracell does not give us any more grants because we failed. Or maybe they will. Maybe they'll give us a second chance, but they'll give us less money. Who knows? So for now, let's keep this here. Let's do the final phases. So leakage current, heat generation, no heat generation because same as last round. Environmental exposure. Do we have more corrosion? Column 1 corrosion. Column 2 corrosion. Or 4 corrosion. Okay. Okay. So let's spend our 2 to try and get ALD to work. Okay. I'm getting kind of worried. Okay, that didn't work. Should we bribe a scientist? Maybe the scientist would help with ALD? I don't know. I don't know. How many more pairs of 2 do we have? 2, 4, we have 14, so 7 more attempts. Can we get 3 out of 7 to work? That's all we need. We need 3 out of 7. I think those are pretty good odds. So let's spend the 2. 3, okay, it worked. Cool. Oh, and this upgrades 2 tiles, so we just need to get it to work twice. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so we just need 1 more upgraded, and then we have met the criteria for Duracell. All right, let's try 1 more time. Spend the 2. Yes! All right. All right, we upgrade there and just do 1 more just because we can. So at this point, we have our path. And so we did that. We kept the temperature low. Good job, us. And we have at least 3 insulator tiles that have all the upgrades. This is This is the lab researchers, and this is Duracell. Good job. Project well done. Excellent. All right, so that's how you play the PhD round. Again, there were a couple modifications that I talked through as I was doing this playthrough. So a lot of these cards are prototypes, like whenever there's a orange sticky note. So you can expect that there will be final versions of those cards in the version that you're playing. And what else? And then I verbally described some rule changes as we went through. For example, like every environmental exposure phase, you roll 2 dice and place up to 2 corrosion tokens instead of just 1. There's a couple of things I mentioned, and I'll make sure those get reflected in the rule book. So anyway, I hope you had fun. And just know that there's a bunch more projects that you can play. So if that was fun, then go back to the list of projects, go to the project cards, pick a new one, and see what you got. Try it out. Try a different strategy, you know? If you went in early trying to upgrade your temperature-related technology, maybe you try a different approach, right? Maybe try improving, like preventing corrosion more. Maybe you try improving your insulators more quickly. But this is one thing I'm going to focus on. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the rules a little bit so that corrosion happens a little bit faster, so that we are more motivated to get these upgraded corrosion prevention tokens out. So anyway, thanks for playing.